is Thoughtful Friday. Good day to you all. So this one is something that I've been thinking about a lot recently with my kids growing up. Don't get me wrong, they're not growing up massively. They're only 6 and 8. However, every single year they're getting older. And they're starting at this point now, obviously they're getting older, they're starting to ask questions about my job, what I do, and they're telling me what they want to do. And so I've always thought about, is it beneficial that they start their own business and start hustling when they're younger, or do they start working for somebody and work their way up and then start their own business? Because ultimately, I do want them to be a business owner. Ultimately, they've got to be happy, but I feel like that you get more freedom in life being your own boss and business owner. If that's not for them, that is great. And so they're saying they want to be a footballer and an astronaut right now, which is fantastic. And what I hear about career advisors at school is they beat these dreams out of you. Life beats these dreams out of you. And why shouldn't we be the best version of ourselves? Why shouldn't we be dreamers? Why? Somebody's got to be an astronaut. Somebody's got to be a footballer. Why can't it be you? But so many people seem to stop people growing and stop people wanting to be better and dreaming to be bigger. What is wrong with that? I don't want mediocrity, and I don't want my kids to think like that either. I want them to think big, because the bigger you think, the more you'll achieve. Anyway, so I got thinking about working for somebody, and I was listening to a podcast about something or other, and this came up. When you are working for somebody, it should tick one of 2 boxes. I think it was My First Million, but I love it. You're either working because the money is so bloody good, you just can't say no, or you're working to gain knowledge and experience from the other person. I love that. I love that. There's some people in the world that I would work for, even now, for free, because the knowledge I would get from that person is incredible, and it would be so beneficial for my life. And so I don't think that people think long term enough. I think you've got to have a future in mind, and we've got to think about the skills that we're going to gain along the way. And so many people just think about money. Money is probably the second or third thing that you should be thinking of. It's how much experience, the skills you will gain for working in that business. So when my kids come to me and we start looking at, should they work for themselves? Because like I said, ultimately I want them to work for themselves, or should they work for somebody else? I think it depends on who you're working for. Now, I personally like the second one better. It's better for me. It's better for the long term. I don't think you should work for someone just for money. There needs to be something else there. And so for me, I would like my kids to work for somebody to gain experience. Forget about the money. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a very privileged position to forget about the money. I get all that argument. But in an ideal world, I feel like you want to be working for experience, for skill set, rather than working for money. I think that in the long run will be so beneficial. And I get it. Obviously, not everybody can do that. Not everybody in the world can forget about working for money and work for experience. But if we can just hold off the expensive lifestyle, stay in a couple more nights a week and work for the experience rather than the money, I promise you the results will not 10x, will 100x in the long term. All right, my friends, I love you. I appreciate you, and have a great weekend. I'll see you tomorrow.